Now we're going to make a potato poultice. Now, I just told you that the ginger is for joint, well the potato is for tissue. The potato is very, very gentle. Potato can be used on sore eyes, conjunctivitis. So again, we're going to put our plastic down and put our square down and use potato. So potato is used for tissue inflammation. So swollen eyes, sore eyes, red eyes. It can be used for ingrown toenails. It can be used for a splinter that you couldn't get out. So tissue inflammation. Sprained ankle, very good on sprained ankle. So the lady that had the swollen knee because she did too many ginger poultices, I said to her, put a potato on. Potato is very cooling, so it's great for all tissue inflammation. The potato is also a drawer. So again, you spread that out. My girlfriend rang me one day, when this is years ago, when she had babies and so did I, and I could hear her little boy just crying and crying. I said, what's the matter with Louis? She said, I don't know what's happened, but his little penis is twice the size. He was 10 months old. What are you going to do? And if you go to hospital, what are they going to do? I said, quickly make up a potato poultice. Any tissue swelling, the potato poultice. So she made up a poultice, maybe about that size. See, it's very cooling. And she laid it on the area. She put his nappy, you call it a diaper. And the little fella, within 5 minutes, it must have really soothed it, he fell asleep. You see, that just soothes any tissue that's swollen. She said he slept for 2 hours. What does that tell you? He's not in pain anymore. She said when he woke up, he was happy. She quickly changed his nappy or diaper and everything was back to normal. Now, sometimes you don't know what it is. Just, if in doubt, just use that grated potato. So what would it have been? Well, her little boy was crawling around the floor of their hippie home. You don't know whether he got a little bit of dirt in there or whether there was a bite. Sometimes you don't know, and you're not going to play around with that area. So can you see, with the ginger, you would never put the ginger on tender areas, but the potato is very soothing and cooling. You would do that. I'll tell you the most remarkable story I've had with the potato. When I lived in the rainforest, there was a guy who lived on our property at the end of our paddock, you call it a field, in a caravan. He was a real hippie, and he was sickling the grass. You know what a sickle is? With bare feet. So what's going to happen next? The sickle went into the back of his ankle. Now, I heard about it, but I didn't see him for a few days. And one of the guys said, have you seen Chris? His foot's up like a red balloon and there's a red line going up his leg. And he's lying in bed smoking marijuana, waiting for nature to heal. The body will heal if you give it the right conditions. And one of the problems with the marijuana, it was dulling the pain, but the pain was telling him to do something. So I said, we'll bring him up. So they brought him up, and the first thing I do, and Vanessa will show you this tomorrow night, I got 2 buckets of water, one hot, one ice cold, and I put his foot straight into the hot water. Now I had his foot in my hand, and I was just watching his face. If it was too hot, I put a bit of cold in, because that first one can be, you know, hard to take. 3 minutes. See, after 3 minutes, the blood slows down. So then you put it into the ice cold and everything moves up again, as Vanessa will explain to you. While it's in the cold, I put a little bit more hot water in the hot. And then so 30 seconds in the cold, after 30 seconds, things are slowing down. So you bring it back into the hot. So I did that 3 times, 3 hots and 3 colds. His pain had reduced by 50%. See, what that does is it brings fresh blood into the area, which drives old blood out, which gets the inflammation down somewhat.